Buenos dias, buongiorno, привет, nehoma pañao, and all that good stuff. I hope you guys are having a good morning and looking forward to a great day. Nietzsche said that if you kill a cockroach, you're a hero. And if you kill a butterfly, you're a villain. That morality has aesthetic criteria. I'm going to switch out cockroach with spider because we know cockroaches carry diseases that can be harmful to humans. Butterflies don't. And I don't want that to be a distraction from the moral of the message. Spiders, except for a black widow, by and large, are harmless to me. All the native spiders are harmless, except for the black widow. Even then, the black widow will do everything in its power to avoid me. It will only bite me as a very last resort when it has no escape. Outside of that, they provide a service by catching bugs that could prey on your plants, that could carry diseases, mosquitoes, what have you. So they provide a service, and they're harmless. But they look scary. As far as what's been instilled in us, spiders are not aesthetically on a high level. Butterflies are. People like seeing butterflies. Kids like drawing butterflies. If a butterfly lands on you, it's considered good luck. So if you kill one, you're a villain. However, both are beneficial to us in that they pollinate plants, they catch pests, they maintain the balance of life that we need for our own existence. Besides switching spider with butterfly, I'd also like to caveat that me personally, I believe in God. And my God tells me that despite how horrible and ugly I think a person is, based on their behavior, it's not my place to say they should die and someone I think is beautiful based on their behavior should live. That's his call. As far as I'm concerned, their lives are supposed to be equal and matter the same to me. But the moral of the quote is intended for society, not God and not us as individuals. Although we contribute to that society and take from it. When I used to ride public transportation, I would often get in conflicts because I would see people maybe being abusive to someone and I would speak up. And even though people would tell me afterwards as they're getting off the train, hey, you did the right thing. Or, hey, thank you for speaking up. In the heat of the moment, I did think, I can't go down because I don't think anyone on this train will help me. The police won't get here before I could be brain damaged or even killed. And so in my mind, if I'm I'm gonna go all out. I have a friend who has never been in trouble. There's not an ounce of thuggishness to them. When they speak up, they do it, I think, from a place of, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but of white privilege. They feel entitled to say something is wrong. they're $100 with work boots on and soaking wet, real thin. Again, as mentioned, never been in trouble. Loves their parents. Looks out for the elderly. Um, just a genuinely good person that society, I think, would probably rate high as far as beauty based on their behaviors. Um, and even ethnicity. And they've said that they don't feel anyone would step in to help them either, though. They do feel the same way. But I've thought if the worst did happen to me for speaking up and the worst did happen to him for speaking up, it's my belief that the police would investigate what happened to him by orders of magnitude more than investigate what happened to me. And I think things that go into that are where I live, my education level, how much I exercise, how much I'm contributing to society or how much I'm taking from society, how pleasing I am to look at or displeasing to look at. What kind of clothes do I wear? What kind of car do I drive? Where do I shop? How do I treat others in high positions, in what are considered lowly positions? All these things are pebbles on the scale of beauty versus ugly. And so that's how we are in society. When you look at yourself through society's eyes and see how you rate, that can be an indicator of how society will respond to the worst happening to you. Will they look at you and maybe even feel like whoever harmed you was a hero? They did society a favor? Or will society be outraged that someone who they felt made their world better was hurt? Politicians, I mean, are they able to continually marginalize and dump on some communities because society sees us as ugly? Oh, those communities are ugly. You don't want to go there. And then it's okay to do anything to them. Yeah, you can put all the pollution there. Yeah, you can put all the things there. Yeah, don't worry about them. And you know, in Sacramento, there was an article about the school district, the Sacramento City Unified School District, and schools in good neighborhoods, in pretty neighborhoods, with nice cars in the driveway, fit, healthy people out front, nice careers, green lawns, flowers, no crime. Those schools got everything they wanted like that just by asking. This was the news article. And the schools in the poor neighborhoods with, you know, maybe people that don't eat as healthy. Instead of a lush green lawn, it's a dirt patch. Instead of nice Lexus or Audi or something SUV in their driveway, it's a bucket that some might say, oh, that's an eyesore, making the neighborhood look bad. Those schools couldn't get the bare necessities. They couldn't get a substitute. And this is in the same school district. See, they're a hero by making sure these schools in the good communities that are pretty get everything they want. And they're not a hero for how they treat the community on that are less aesthetic as far as society, but they're not a villain either. No one calls them out for that. Well, I take that back. The news story called them out for that. And I picked up the story and ran with it because it shows the disregard for things that society doesn't see as worthy of their outrage and morality because they're not pretty. And because society feels that way, I think government can neglect them and it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of sorts. And back to us as individuals, even with fentanyl, I've known a lot of people that have passed away from it. And one that I didn't know, but I know a friend of theirs passed away from it. And because I think in part of morality's aesthetic criteria, laws were passed in that person's name. That kid, by society's standard, was beautiful. As far as accomplishments and just all around. And society reacted in a way where laws were enacted and what have you. And I gotta say that the parents and the family of this child, rest in peace, they didn't let up either. They worked hard for that. They fought for that. They worked hard for that, and they're advocates for that because they don't want that to happen to other people's children. I don't know if it's the case or not, but I have to imagine that out of the thousands of others who had also passed away, that some had parents that pushed and fought to change things. I want to believe that other parents, fought as hard and really tried. And maybe just, this other kid's family was more sophisticated in navigating the systems because, part of the beauty was they were going to go to an Ivy League university. That's a bright future. That's a beautiful future. And so I'm not saying anything like negative about that family's hard work and loss. I'm sure they suffered as much, if not more, than any other family who lost their kid. And that's just sad for anyone. But again, going back to the point of Nietzsche's quote, morality has an aesthetic component to it. If you ugly, you fucked. So treat people right, man. That makes you beautiful. You know what I mean? Treat people right. Be humble. Love yourself, man. Love yourself, and that includes eating right, and you know, giving yourself the things that you would want for someone that means everything to you. And then those things make you beautiful. So, anyways, that said, I hope this was a good one, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.